So, good afternoon, students. We are discussing about the atoms, molecules, and chemical reaction. In that, our subtopic is types of chemical reaction. So, in the types of chemical reaction, yesterday we discussed about combination reaction. Now, today's section we are going to learn about decomposition reaction. So, first, before going to the topic, we have to understand what is decomposition reaction. So what is decomposition reaction? A reaction in which a compound decomposes into two or more elements or compounds is known as decomposition reaction. So yesterday we studied about the combination reaction. So it is quite opposite to the combination reaction. Okay. So in the combination reaction, what we observe? We observe that the reactants are two or more and the product is only the single. But here in the decomposition reaction, the reactant will be only the single and the products are two or more. Okay, so this is the difference between the combination reaction and the decomposition reaction. So once again, I'm going to repeat the decomposition reaction. So what is decomposition reaction? A reaction in which a compound decomposes. So it is decomposing into two or more elements, or a compound is known as decomposition reaction. And the decomposition reactions, it may take in so many ways, like passing the heat and by the electrolysis, that is electric current, by passing the electric current, or by absorbing the sunlight. So here the decomposition will be takes place, or the decomposition will be done by the observation of heat, or in the presence of sunlight, or in the presence of electric current. So when it is absorbing the heat, we call it as thermodecomposition. Okay, so when the decomposition is taking place in the presence of heat, so this symbol indicates heat. So we call it as thermal decomposition. Suppose if it is absorbed by the electric current, so electric current indicates electrolysis. So when it is absorbed by the electrolysis, that is electric current, we call it as electrolytic composition. Okay, so if it is absorbed by the sunlight, so we call it as photochemical reaction. Already you have idea what is proto indicates the sunlight. So it absorbs from the sunlight, we call it as photochemical reaction. So here we are going to talk about, or we are going to discuss about the decomposition reaction. In that, we are going to learn about what is thermal decomposition, electrolytic decomposition, and the photochemical reaction. Now let us talk about the thermal decomposition. So in thermal decomposition, take a test tube and take the calcium carbonate. So what is calcium carbonate? So limestone is the calcium carbonate. So we'll also call it as quicklime. Okay, take the quicklime in the boiling test tube. Okay, so in the boiling test tube, you take the calcium carbonate and place the one-hole rubber ball and place the delivery tube and pass the heat. So whenever you are passing the heat, the calcium carbonate will be started heating and the gas will be liberated out from the test tube. Okay, so let us see here. So I am going to draw test tube. So take the test tube. So in that, take the calcium carbonate and pass the heat. Okay, and place a one-hole rubber ball with the delivery tube. Now when you are passing the heat from here, the calcium carbonate will be started absorbing the heat and it will be releases the carbon dioxide gas. Okay, it will be releases the carbon dioxide gas. How can you say that it is a carbon dioxide gas? Now take the mastic and place near the upper part of the delivery tube. So you can hear the put off. Okay, the gas will be put off. So whenever the gas will be put off, it indicates it is a carbon dioxide. So like this, we have to identify whether the gas is a carbon dioxide or not. So once again, let me say very clearly. So first of all, you have to take the test tube, that is the boiling test tube. Because if you take the normal test tube, by passing the excess of heat, it will be burst out. So that is the reason why we have to take the boiling test tube. Take the calcium carbonate into this and just pass heating. So when you pass heating, the calcium carbonate will be started heating and it releases the carbon dioxide. and the carbon dioxide will be moved from the delivery tube. And you have to identify which type of gas it is. How we are going to identify? By taking the mastic. So take the mastic and place near the delivery tube. So you can see that the flame will be put off. So when the flame will be put off, it indicates it is the presence of carbon dioxide. So here, what is the state of calcium carbonate? Solid state. Okay, so we are passing the heat. So when you are passing the heat, what is the two products here? What are the two products? Calcium oxide. It is also a solid. Okay, carbon dioxide. It is a gas. So you can see the reactant is only the single. Please look at here. The reactant is only the single. That is the calcium carbonate. In the presence of heat. So you can see two products here. So what are the two products? Calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So this is about the thermal decomposition. Thermal indicates heat. Okay, thermal indicates heat. So here this reaction is taking place in the presence of heat. So due to that we call it as thermal decomposition reaction. Is it clear all of you? Yes. Now let us talk about the next one. That is the electrolytic composition. Means we call it as electrolysis. So here we are taking the example of water. So that's what we call it as electrolysis of water. So in the electrolysis of water, now take the plastic container, or else if you have a jug in your house, you can take the mug. Okay, mug or jug or any plastic container you can take and just place the two holes. Okay, so if you place the two holes, by the two holes you can use the electrodes. So one will be act as a cathode and one will be act as an anode. So plus and minus. Okay, cathode and anode. So now connect to the current. Okay, so before going to on the button, first of all, you have to take some water into that. And please don't take the distilled water. Okay, you have to take the tap water. And if you want the quick result, you have to add 1 or 2 drops of acid solution. You may take the dilute sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid. So you can select anything, but you have to add only 1 or 2 drops. So why we are using the 1 or 2 drops of acid? To increase the concentration levels. Okay. So now take the mug or a plastic container or a jar and place the 2 holes by using the drill machine or anything. Just place the two holes and arrange anode and cathode. Okay. And now pass the current. Arrange the circuit by the voltage 9 volts. Now in this you take some little amount of water because our reactant is water. Okay. Now take the 2 test tubes, fill up with the water and place into the inverted direction. Okay, and place into the inverted direction. So if you place into after placing into the inverted direction, then you start on the current. Just start passing the electric current. So just don't disturb for some time, leave it like that only the apparatus. Then afterwards start observing. So what you will observe? You will observe that in one of the test tube, oxygen will be filled, and in another test tube you can see hydrogen gas is filled. How can you say that is the hydrogen gas and the oxygen gas? Slowly after observing the bubbles which is arising to the upper direction after filling the gap. So you can see here the test tube will be filled with the water. Slowly you can see the observation, the small bubbles will be arises. Okay, when the bubbles are arises, the water level will be decreases. Okay, so when the water level is decreases, you can understand that some gas is filled up here. Okay, so whenever you observe the gas is filled up, then slowly without disturbing the complete apparatus, take out the test tube and use the mastic and place near to the mouth of the test tube. So if it is the presence of hydrogen, the flame will be gives the puff sound. Okay, if it is the presence of hydrogen, the flame gives the puff sound. If it is the presence of oxygen, the flame will be glow brightly. Please listen carefully. In the first case, we observe carbon dioxide, which is put off. But here, when we are talking about the oxygen, it gives brightness, means it will be glow more. But if it is in the presence of hydrogen, it gives the puff sound. Okay, puff sound. You can see here, you can hear very clearly the puff sound. So it indicates presence of the gases. So here this process is taking place in the presence of electric current. So due to that we call it as electrolysis. So what is decomposed here? What are the particles which is means what are the elements which is present in the water? So that is decomposed. Okay. So the water molecule is decomposes in the form of hydrogen and oxygen. Okay. So the water is in the it's a straight liquid state. Because of the electrolysis, so it is split into or it is decomposed into hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is a gas, even the oxygen is also a gas. So this is about the electrolysis. Is it clear? So in the decomposition, till now we have completed about what is thermal decomposition, and next we studied about what is electrolytic composition in the presence of electrolysis of water. The third one is protochemical reaction. So what is the meaning of proto? It indicates sunlight. So protochemical reaction. So here we are absorbing the heat in the presence of sunlight. So you can see here silver bromide. So what is the formula for silver bromide? Is AgBr. Okay. So what is the color? Do you know what is the color of silver bromide? Yes. What is the color of silver bromide? Anybody have the idea? Yes, so it is light yellow in color. So silver bromide, the color is light yellow in color. So now take the watch glass, take some little amount of powder in the watch glass. So don't do anything, just simply you have to place near the sunlight. So now here the silver bromide will absorb the sunlight. Okay, it absorbs the sunlight and it will be splits into or decompose into silver plus bromide. Okay, so when it split into silver plus bromide, the color of the silver bromide will be changes into gray in color. So what is the color I said that silver bromide will have? So the silver bromide will have light yellow in color. Okay, the silver bromide will have light yellow in color. Then after the decomposition, it changes into gray. So here the silver bromide is a powder. Yes, it is a solid. And the silver is also a solid, but bromide it is a gas. So when it is decomposes, the silver will be remains and the bromide will be evaporated. So that is the reason why the color will be changes into gray in color. So this process is done in the presence of sunlight. So due to that we call it as protochemical reaction. Is it clear all of you? Yes. So now again we'll repeat what is the decomposition reaction. A reaction in which a compound decomposes into two or more elements or a compound is known as decomposition reaction. Okay, so the reactant will be only the single one, the product will be two or more. Okay, you can see here the reactants calcium carbonate, water molecule, and the silver bromide. So all the reactants are only the single, but the products are two or more. You can see here the products are two or more. So this is known as decomposition reaction. So in the decomposition reaction, we studied about the three important reactions. One is the thermal decomposition reaction. Thermal indicates absorbing the heat. Okay, thermal indicates absorbing the heat. So what is the example I given? Calcium carbonate. So what is the formula of calcium carbonate? CaCO3. Okay, so when you pass the heat for the calcium carbonate, it will be decomposed into calcium oxide plus oxygen. Calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. How can you say that the carbon dioxide is liberated? When it is put off, you can understand that the carbon dioxide is liberated. So this is about the thermal decomposition. Now next one is electrolysis of water. So in the presence of electric current. So here we are taking the product as a water, and when you pass the electric current, it will be split or decompose into hydrogen gas and the oxygen gas. Okay, hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. And in the third case, you can see the photochemical reaction in the presence of sunlight. So what is the example here? Silver bromide. So what is the color of silver bromide? Light yellow in color. So just you have to place we have to place on the sunlight. So the sunlight will be, so the heat which is released from the sunlight, it will be absorbed by the silver bromide and it will be split or it will be dissociated and changes into silver plus bromide. Okay, so silver is a gray in color and the bromide will be changes in the form of a gas and it will be liberated. So this is about this topic. What is our topic? Decomposition reaction. So we are talking about the sub objective, that is the types of chemical reaction. In the types of chemical reaction, yesterday we have completed about the combination reaction and today we discuss about the decomposition reaction. Now if you have any doubts, please start in the chat box and fill up the form attendance. And please note down the points whatever I wrote on the board. Copy down everything whatever I wrote on the board, or else you can take the screenshot. Yes. Now we'll write the general form for the decomposition reaction. So what is the general form? AB. Okay, so this is the reactant and gives rise to A plus B. Okay, so what is the?
Give another example for
Which one?
We can give another example for photoelectric reaction.
Photoelectric reaction, you can take the silver chloride also. Okay, so already you have in your textbook, you can see there silver chloride. So here the silver chloride is also absorbs the sunlight and it will be split into silver plus. Okay, so it will be split into silver plus chloride. And here also you can see one more example is there in your textbook for the thermal decomposition reaction. So what is that example? Lead nitrate. Okay, so you can take the lead nitrate which is brown in color. Okay, you can see the gas will be liberated the brown color and the product will be the three products. One is the lead oxide and the carbon dioxide and the nitrogen dioxide. So you can see the three products in this. Okay, so this is about the thermal decomposition and this is about the protochemical reaction. And one more important thing that in the protochemical reaction, all the chemicals are not going to absorb the sunlight. Only the few. Okay, very few. So in that, there's two other examples. One is the silver chloride and another one is the silver bromide. Okay. No. I will again. The questions something. Teacher attendance. Okay, then repeat చేస్తాను. Yes, Makia, listen. So in the types of chemical reaction, yesterday we completed about the combination reaction and today we discuss about the decomposition reaction. So both are opposite to one another. So in the combination reaction, what we observe the reactants are two or more. Multiple reactions also will be there. So multiple reactions or two or more reactions, but the product will be only the single. But compared to the decomposition reaction, the reactant is only the single, the products will be two or more. Okay, please listen carefully. The reactant will be only the single, the products will be two or more. So this is the general form for the decomposition reaction. So assume that AB is a reactant. Okay, AB is a reactant and the product is A plus B. So this is the general form to understand about the decomposition reaction. So what is decomposition reaction? A reaction in which a compound decomposes. See here, you can see a product is there, a reactant is there. So from the reactant, the substances is decomposes or it is dissociated. So it will be changes into product. So the product will be two or more. So in that, in the decomposition, we studied about the thermal decomposition, we studied about the electronic composition, and the next one we studied about the protochemical reaction. So thermal indicates heat. Okay, the substances are absorbing the heat and Okay, here the thermal decomposition. The example you can take the lead nitrate or the calcium carbonate. Okay, just you take in the test tube and pass the heat. You can see the gas will be liberated out. So the gas is carbon dioxide. So what are the products here? From the calcium carbonate you got calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide in the presence of heat. Okay, next electrolyte composition. This it is absorbing the electricity. It is absorbing the current. Okay, so the water. So we are taking the water as a reactant and it is dissociated. So what it is dissociating? How it is dissociating? By absorbing the current, by absorbing the electrolysis method. So it is dissociating the two elements, the two molecules, that is the H2 and O2. From the water molecule, you can see the two gases are liberated. One is the hydrogen gas and one is the oxygen gas. How to identify the gas? Take the matchstick and place near the gas. So if you listen the pop sound, it indicates presence of hydrogen. If the flame is glow brightly, it indicates presence of oxygen. If it is put off, it indicates it is the presence of carbon dioxide. So like that you have to identify which type of gas is liberated. Okay, next one, photochemical reaction. Means it is absorbing from the sunlight. So here the reactant is absorbing the sunlight. The may has a source and it is treated into silver plus bromide. So here the color. So in this the silver bromide, the color is light yellow in color. So because of the observation of the sunlight, okay, so it changes into gray color. So the gray is the silver and the bromide is evaporated in the form of a gas. Okay, so this is about the decomposition reaction. So still if you have any doubts, you can chat in the chat box or else you message in the WhatsApp. Okay. So tomorrow we'll discuss about the next type, that is the